Thank you for joining us today, guys. That was great. And I'm sure our audience at home, they would like to get to know you. So can you guys just kind of go down and give me your name and where you're from?
I'm Owen Adams, and I've been studying piano since the age of 4, as you said in your introduction. I compose music. I just finished 4 years at the University of Maryland, and I joined these guys about last summer. So I'm kind of the newest member here. Ron?
I'm Ron Cooper. I'm from Washington, D.C. Kind of the founder of Ambience. And I'll pass it over to Mr. Gavin.
Oh, wow. I'm Greg Gavin from Southeast D.C. And been playing around for a little while. Started off playing gospel music, funk, R&B, everything like that. So, you know, that's me.
Okay.
And I'm Louis Hay. Been playing for a few years. Happily accepted the invitation to play with these guys.
Okay, great. Okay, so what inspired you guys to get serious about music?
For me, it was just always in my family since day one. Both my parents met each other in a band, so they've been playing together since before they were married, since before they were dating, and it just sort of spun out into me, and you know, here I am to kind of carry on the legacy here and such. So.
Okay. Okay, so how did the band Ambience form?
Well, we were kind of jamming around in the basement, just kind of getting together, having some fun. And the keyboard player that we had at the time said, if you can find some guys that want to do this, let's go out and have some fun, but let's sound good doing it. So I thought about Mr. Gavin here, and then I've got Mr. Hay, and now I have Mr. Adams. So that is Ambience.
And we're a very solid unit at this point.
Okay, great. Is there anything you enjoy the most about playing?
Greg?
I mean, I like to do a little different stuff slightly off the beaten path. I like to try to balance, I guess, what you would call conventional and the unconventional. Because, I mean, to me, like when you do the same old thing like everybody else, it gets boring to me. So I like to stretch a little bit, you know, try to do a little fusion-y stuff every now and then, mix it up, try to expose the audience to some new sounds, different things and stuff like that.
I mean, my philosophy is that pretty much every style of music has something to offer. I mean, there's somebody out there in the world that likes it, whether it's, you know, Indian raga or dubstep or whatever you want to talk about. There's somebody out there. There's a market for it.
I don't like that stuff, though.
No, he doesn't like it. People like it.
Okay, so what's different about Ambience compared to local bands?
I can answer that.
Okay.
Every person in this organization, this group, we have a pride level that we want to do a fantastic job wherever we play. It's more about pride, it's not about the money. Some groups get together and you give them $50 and they all get together and they'll play, all just get together and play anything. We won't do that. We believe in having a good time but sound good doing it.
And along that point, I feel like music is one of those things that bring people together that are totally, completely different. So, you know, sometimes you'll have somebody in your band that you need to play with, and you might not get along as people. You might totally disagree on everything. But once it comes down to it, when you're playing the music, all that kind of fades away. Music kind of brings people out of that, sort of transcend a bit.
Okay, so what are the main influences of the songs you guys perform and write?
Well, for me, I compose based on just everything that I've been listening to since day one. I used to listen to a lot of Frank Zappa and a lot of kind of more experimental stuff. Lately, I've been getting more into electronics and sort of dance type music. So if anyone else wants to chime in on what they kind of enjoy the most. Or...
I mean, I like Kenny Garrett. I mean, that's like I guess you call that bebop jazz. I like a little bit of everything, and so many different guitar players I like, you know, overall. So I like some aspects of hip hop's, you know, the funk, the groove aspects of it. Of course, old school R&B, a little bit of go-go flavor here and there too. Yeah, it's very eclectic, a little bit.
Yeah, we are from D.C. We can't forget the go-go.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah.
Right,
But yeah, so we like a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I played Caribbean music, steel band music, gospel, go-go. So anything rhythmic, kind of.
So you guys are kind of all over the place.
Yeah,
That's good.
absolutely.
Okay, so how would you say that the music business has been affected by the economy?
I think the number one thing is that it kind of shows us how immune the music business really is to the economy. Nobody's ever going to slow down on going to concerts. Nobody's ever going to stop buying music on iTunes. Nobody's going to stop listening to songs on YouTube and anywhere else. I think one of the most important things that the recession has shown us is that, you know, when businesses fail, when the economy fails, the one thing that people look to keep them together and to keep their spirits high is music and entertainment. So that's why we're bringing what we're bringing.
I think it gives the economy, issues with the economy gives an opportunity for the cream to rise to the top musically, because to me, when dollars are tighter, you're going to go see somebody that's a little bit more like an old school, well-rounded artist, like somebody like Prince or somebody like that, who you know you're going to get a really good concert. You're not going to, there's certain artists that never really toured much and never really have a lot of experience playing instruments. Mm-hmm. So you might not spend your dollar going to see somebody who, you know, not really that well versed in their instrument, but you'll go see somebody like a Rochelle Farrell, anybody that's really a complete, you know, total artist, because, you know you're going to get your money's worth.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are music and performing arts still relevant in the information age?
I think today, in a society that's governed by internet and technology and sort of instantaneous gratification, I think music is the last remaining raw form of human expression that we have to, you know, draw us into our nature and our roots. Everything else these days is so, you know, focused on the instantaneous aspect, on the, you know, we need it now, we need the information, we need Wikipedia, we need to find out. If we don't know, we need to know now. And, you know, when you're listening to music, you can take a break and slow down and enjoy the moment. And there's not that much left in society that allows us to do that. So.
Okay. And how have MP3s and YouTubes kind of affected artists from receiving their proper compensation for, like, their credit and their work?
I think to the contrary, it actually enhances it.
Okay.
The musicians actually get to keep more of their money, as opposed to, you know, 20 years ago, where musicians were getting, you know, 5 to 10% royalty on anything that they would record and release. Nowadays, most artists are retaining 100% of their rights and their royalties.
Okay.
Anyone else want to?
Kind of like similar to what Owen's saying too. If you think out of the box, you get a hot track on YouTube, and just about anybody can get, you know, put their music with iTunes or CD Baby or something like that. And like I said, use the various different other arteries, you know, of information, like the YouTube and what's some of the other websites, Facebook, what have you. You know, and then that would be your way of promoting yourself now.
Okay.
I mean, as opposed to the back in the day, you relied on the big boys, you know, the record companies to do all the promotion and everything for you. You can do it yourself.
In this day and age, the record company has really been made sort of obsolete.
Right.
So.
Well, they don't want to spend that much money on anybody anyway.
Okay, so quick, because we're kind of running out of time. Do you guys have any kind of short-term or long-term goals as a band or individuals?
I can say something. I think we're going to do some original material.
Okay, great.
We're going to go into, so we're going to figure out a way how to implement, you know, all our different styles and flavors. You know, keep it raw, keep it funky, but also do something interesting and fresh at the same time.
Okay, that sounds great. We look forward to it. Okay. Thank you guys for coming on Bowie Youth Showcase today. Great music, thank you. And to get more information on Owen Adams and Ambience, go to www.ambience1.com. My name is Jasmine Hall, and we hope our audience at home has enjoyed today's show. Ambience will perform more selections and close out for Bowie Youth Showcase today. See you next time.